First order of business. Sorry if I'm a little fuzzy, but my webcam has suddenly decided it doesn't want me adjusting its focus anymore. Oh, the fun never starts. Second order of business. Recall in my hurricane review how at one point I was all like, "Oh, the spare tire don't shoot good. I'm gonna build a whole convoluted joke around that, and it won't actually be funny at all. It'll be a superb waste of time." As it turns out, the spare tire launcher actually does work. I just wasn't doing it right. You push down on the rear bumper like so. Woohoo! Not only does it still work, but it's actually quite robust. There's nothing I would love more than to be able to tell you that I found that out myself by way of butt-scratching troglodyte experimentation, which I did do plenty of. But what actually happened was I discovered the secret from watching a m.a.s.k commercial elsewhere on YouTube.
Gotcha, Hurricane! Fire tire!
I fully expected that kid to then turn to the camera and say, "And that's how you fire the tire, you fat moron!" Next up, assorted thank yous. Thanks first of all to everyone who voted in the What Will I Review poll. Extra special, more focused thanks to everyone who voted for the Hurricane. That was kind of the one I wanted to review anyway, and I honestly didn't think it stood a chance. Extra special, focused in, pinpoint, surgical strike thank you to Davidino, just because I thought it was cool that he voted for the Hurricane. You aren't half as old as you would have to be to have had first-hand experience with m.a.s.k, but you voted for the Hurricane anyway, because you know awesomeness when you see it, and that indicates character. A non-Hurricane related thank you to MindZombie for giving me a recommendation in one of his videos for nothing. Thew and Brad got recommendations in the same video, but they actually finished their 12 Days of Christmas stuff and turned it in. Whereas I was just like, I'll get to work on it first thing tomorrow, gonna take a little nap. But evidently, vague, unreliable statement of intent is enough. So, thanks Rob. And finally, a bit of spoiler thanks to Giado for having the best upload of the Family Home Entertainment logo I could find, which segues nicely into the final order of business. Ever since I started reviewing Transformers, my biggest complaint has been that everyone but me has killer intros. Well, fret no longer, myself, 'cause I just finished making mine and she's a doozy. That's how the kids talk nowadays. Granted, it isn't quite as metal as I would have liked, but there's enough of that around already, and I think if you're old enough and cartoony enough, you'll appreciate it.